Welcome to the Fight Night Daily Podcast. This week, we're in Istanbul, the Rixos Hotel.
Rixos.
I believe it is. This is where it's all happening. IBA boxing we've got going on tomorrow night, believe it or not. Big night there. Jazza Dickens boxes for the IBA world title, WBA interim world title. First of all, Paul, let's talk about the IBA, what that is all about. It's its own federation, and they've decided to do something totally different and give people like the elite amateur boxers, the Olympic gold medalists, an opportunity to be able to fight straight away like the current world champions that are ranked, in box rec, etc. But it doesn't go down on their box record. So this is something totally new and unique.
Yeah, it is. We've seen something tried like this in the past with the WSB, and this is totally different. This is obviously a huge team. They've put a lot of money into it, a lot of investment, as you can see tonight with some of the fighters and the celebs that have turned up tonight. There's obviously, it's like the creme de la creme of boxing here tonight with some of the former boxers and current boxers. Even UFC, Leon Edwards is here as well. There's some stars here from Hollywood as well. It's a massive event. It's good to be here, and it's a great place, and I can't wait for tomorrow.
Yeah, it's a mad event. We just seen Tyson Fury's turn up here. Anthony Joshua, I believe, is coming tomorrow. Ben Whittaker, Derek Chisora's even here. So it's captured the imagination of a lot of the fighters because they got that opportunity to box in the IBA. Win or lose, that doesn't go down on their boxing record. But what the IBA is all about is the best boxing the best and giving fighters that opportunity instead of going through that ranking system or whatever. Do you think it'll work?
I hope it'll work because boxing always needs to be freshened up. We're seeing constant renewals, refreshing of promotional outfits, promotional labels. We're seeing things back home, with different television networks getting involved and streaming services getting involved. Anything that's going to be beneficial to boxing and anything that's going to make the best fight the best, I'm all for.
Look, I think that change is always good, and we're in that current change at the moment with boxing, aren't we? That sort of like transforming the sport in many, many ways. And it's like I say, you've got a lot of boxers that you guys will all know that have turned up here. There's a lot of intrigue around this one. The kid that's boxing, Jazza Dickens, on the top of the bill, he's actually Olympic gold medalist from Tokyo 2020, which went on in 2021. And he's boxing Jazza Dickens. He's the WBA interim champion. He's only had 12 fights. Jazza Dickens coming off that good win last time against Zelfa Barrett. He gets that opportunity, and the IBA title's on the line as well. That's what we like, these fights sort of being made, and like you getting like sort of like the best boxing, the best, and like without the politics of the sport. And that might be good, man, because I think that we live in that climate.
Yeah, listen, I agree. I'm obviously here as in a working capacity. I'm here to come over and watch and support, but I can't help it when there's a Scouser on the show. I'm gonna have to support him. And Jazza Dickens obviously is a good friend of ours and a hell of a fighter as well. And he deserves this opportunity. He's constantly worked his backsides off year after year after year to get these opportunities. He's had a few opportunities already, but up at the new weight, up feeling good at this weight. He looked really good on the scales before when we've seen him. And I'm really rooting for him tomorrow, so fingers crossed that he does the business.
Brilliant. Well, listen, I've got a very special guest to bring in now. Nico Ali is the grandson of Muhammad Ali. We want to bring him in right now. What a pleasure, what an honour, sir. How are you? How are you? Nice meeting you too, man. How's things?
Everything's amazing. I'm very happy to be here. It is a beautiful city, and I'm really looking forward to the fights.
I was just saying to Paul there, what are you making of this whole IBA thing? It's something new, something fresh, and sometimes that's good for the sport. Do you think like we're in a changing of the times? What's your thoughts on it?
Everyone is trying to make a change in boxing right now, and most people aren't succeeding, I would say. And so having someone new like the IBA show up, people wonder, of course, but I was at the IBA event in Dubai, and I can tell you that the IBA is really, it's doing something special. It's doing something new with boxing, and I'd love to see where it goes from here.
Look, we can't let you go without asking about your grandfather, Muhammad Ali. I mean, talk to us a little bit about his legacy and what it means to be a part of that family.
Yeah, it's just something real special for me. I got into boxing not young, but I was like 15 when I got into boxing, and my grandfather urged me to stay in boxing, so that's why I'm still in boxing today. And the legacy is the most important thing to me. Continuing his and creating my own. That's more important to me than any of like the money and the influencer stuff that you see today.
Must have been insane growing up. Your grandfather's Muhammad Ali. It's just you know what I mean. I mean the kids of the kids of today walking around with Muhammad Ali t-shirts on. It must be a proud moment for you.
No, it's very weird because I would be wearing my grandfather's T-shirts in front of him, so it's definitely something weird for sure.
Nico, give us a little insight into what's next for you, what you got coming up.
Well, hopefully I'll be fighting either August or September for sure. My last fight was in West Africa, so I've been moving to just different places, but I'm really looking forward to my next fight, and I'm gonna be hitting training camp as soon as I get back home.
That's brilliant. Listen, keep that legacy going, my man.
you
And
so
Nico,
much.
always a pleasure speaking to you.
course.
Thanks so
Thank you so
much,
much.
mate.
Great
Thank you
meeting
so
you guys.
much. Brilliant. Great speaking to you, my man. Nico Ali. How about that? Muhammad Ali's grandson. How good is that?
Imagine growing up in that house. There's a little bit of pressure there, isn't it? I've actually seen him fight, though, and he's decent.
He actually
I've
can
actually
fight.
watched him fight.
He is
He can
decent.
fight.
Lovely young man as well. Now, the guests keep coming thick and fast.
Let's
and here
go,
he is.
champ.
Let's go, champ. Mr. Shannon Briggs.
Let's go, champ. You see him, y'all. Let's go, champ.
Come on, man. How's things?
All is well, champ. Good to see you. I was surprised. I said, oh, my boy, when I see you in the lobby. Let's go, champ. Good to see you.
Absolutely. Listen, me and Paul just have been discussing the IBA, something new, something fresh in boxing.
Yeah.
Thoughts on that?
Oh, man, unbelievable flights, fights, food, and hotels. So they do it the best, champ.
Almost as good as Brownsville.
Oh, man, way better than Brownsville. It look like it's unbelievable how they do it. Great fights, though. This is my second event that I've been to with them, and like I said, first-class treatment. And great fights, to be honest with you, man. Hopefully one day they'll give me a shot and let me knock somebody out cold.
I was going to say, wait a minute, big man. You're still in shape there. What's going on? When are we going to see you back in the ring?
Yeah, I just lost 60 pounds. I'm about to lose another 30. I'll be 250. I'll be solid. I'll be in tip-top shape. And I think that any man that stands up to me toe-to-toe will get knocked out cold.
Let's talk about the heavyweight division right now. What's your thoughts on that? You know, Tyson Fury, will he come back? Will he not come back? Anthony Joshua, I mean, give us a little overall on the heavyweight division right now.
Hopefully Tyson will come back. He's a big draw for boxing. We love him, his personality. The heavyweight division is popping right now. It's cracking. You got AJ, you know what I'm saying? You got Dubois, you got Usyk, you got Big Baby Miller. You got some big men, and they putting on some big fights. So I'm looking forward. And they got the kid Moses. So many young guys coming up, man. I'm excited about it.
Have you watched Moses live? What do you think of him?
Yeah, I'm impressed. You know, I want to see him in some sturdy competition. I heard he's fighting Chisora. You know what I'm saying?
Possibility?
Yeah. I want to fight Chisora too one day. That'd be a dream fight, right? You know what I mean?
I think we got Moses Atoma going in actually on August the 16th. He's got Dillian White. I believe that he's fighting Dillian White next. That's a fight.
I mean, my bad. I apologize. I meant to say Dylan White. I heard he's fighting Dylan White.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for that fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Chisora could be free for you.
Yeah. Nah, I was thinking about Dylan White, but Chisora is a tough guy. He's one of the greatest journeymen, one of the toughest guys to ever live on the planet. Him and Holyfield, I can't imagine how many fights they've been through. Him and Holyfield, man, I ranked them in the top 2 toughest guys ever.
Deontay Wilder, what did you make of his comeback against Herden? Can he get himself back in the mix?
Yeah, it was a step back for him. You know, he's been through some things. It was his first step back. You got to keep it busy. You got to stay fighting. I've always said to him, my thoughts of him is that he should be more busy. You know, he should be fighting once a month in Alabama or wherever, Atlanta, just building back his fan base until he steps back to a big fight.
Forget the money, just get the action,
That's right.
get
He
busy.
needs action. Heavyweights need action. Big men need to stay busy, keep the joints greasy, going, not stay inactive, and that's what a good thing that's happening. I think what they doing IBA as well is great too. They got the best, prettiest belts I ever seen.
I just want to ask you a final question, actually. If you was promoting Anthony Joshua and he has his next 2 fights, who would those next 2 fights be?
That's a great question, champ. To be honest with you, that's a good one. Off the top of the head, I would say he needs a fight just like Wilder had just now, just to get back on the bike, a little training wheels, just to get back started. And then after that, another step up. These guys are jumping into big fights, big fight after fight. They need to just stay busy. Joe Louis had the Bum of the Month club. I don't call them bums, I call them pies. They need a pie a month.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, listen, Shannon, always a pleasure, man. Great speaking to you, big man. Great speaking to you. Right.
Let's go, champ.
All right, let's move on. Viddal Riley is now here, man. Viddal Riley, how are you, my friend?
I'm good. How you doing?
Yeah, really well. You?
Okay. Good.
Brilliant, man. Listen, it's all new.
Bro, I like this. It's not like Ghana though. It's
No,
different.
that's another story.
It's very different to Ghana, but this is it's great in its own way. And what's interesting to me is just seeing how boxing is going just global again. Like, we're seeing events around the world.
That's
good.
what
It's good.
boxing is evolving, but it's ending up in places that we've never been before. Me and Paul have been doing this a long, long time. And Paul, we've never been to these sort of like these areas, these regions, these countries. Ghana last week, we was out there, insane, rain coming down, the fights continued, people getting knocked out, woke up by the rain, coming back. But it was mad, wasn't it?
No, it's crazy. Like, it's just experiencing the sport differently. Like, we're so used to our crowd, our noises, our chants, and then when you see how passionate other countries are about boxing, it just makes you love the sport more.
What I always used to say, what I think about it is, we only get the teak tough Ghanaians when they finally make it over there.
Right.
You don't get over there to see the undercard fights. You don't get over there to see the young prospects coming through. And when you're there, obviously, and you get to see them in the flesh, you realise the standard's actually high, and boxing is thriving over there too.
Yeah, and they develop their fan base in their country before we find out about them. So if you go to their country to see them, they're a big deal. You know, it's just that they haven't hit our radar yet. But it's special, man. And being here, it's nice, good views. The resort is crazy. I can't complain, man. I'm blessed.
Have you had the food yet?
I haven't.
I'm starving, mate. We're not eating since we got off the plane. Look, I want to talk to you about the cruiserweight division before you go.
Okay, go
the
on.
kids that are chasing you, Alois Jr. has been calling out your name.
Yeah.
Talk to us. Let's start there. I'm
not speaking on him no more.
right, we're going to drop Alois Jr.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're going to move away from him. Let's talk about
Yeah.
then the guys that are at the top of the tree right now. Zerdo Ramirez, Jai Opataya. I mean, where do you see the landscape of that, and where do you see yourself in that mix?
I think the division is in a very transitional period right now. We're closing in on like that undisputed time. When that happens, belts fragment, things happen. Like, I'm not really focused on that. I've got steps to tick before I get there.
Sorry to interrupt you. I was going to ask you that because obviously you're not ready, or you're not interested in jumping quick.
Yeah.
Would you be interested in trying to maybe win the British outright? Are there enough decent opponents for you to do that? Obviously, it was a big dream for you to win that, and I saw what it meant to you when you won it.
It meant a lot. It meant a lot. Even thinking about it now, and winning it outright would be great. But I know how boxing is. You got to take certain steps at certain times, and maybe winning it outright won't align with that. But
There might be enough
blessing,
decent challenges for you.
It would be great though, if to be able to do that, especially in this era. It's rare now.
For me, seeing you win that, and you box really well as well, and I thought you'd done really well when I told you that when I saw you today. Obviously, that's a box tick for me. I look at young fighters when they're coming through now, and the British is the barometer. That's the level where you know that they're going to probably do something. But at least they've got that, and it's a good level for you to get to now. Obviously, you're looking at bigger and better things, but I could see the relief when you won it, and the enjoyment.
It's just a big checkpoint, like your name is in British boxing history now. Like that means something. No matter what happens going forward, you can always say you done that. So it meant a lot. I'm not ready to stop, but I know I reached something significant when I said I'm going to be a traditional pro boxer. I tick that box.
And you've always known you're a serious pro boxer,
Yeah,
but
so it was a point
you've shown the rest.
Right. It was a point. It was really just felt like, okay, point proven. And obviously everyone's gonna wish you fell as you keep going up. Oh well, you can't be British, no, you won't be European, you won't be world, you can't be unified. It continues, but when that stops, you have to retire. You have to fight whilst that doubt exists.
When you tick that box, there's a lot of pressure comes off your shoulders because you feel like now I've achieved it. Now let's kick on and try and push on more. And that is
don't forget.
Great space to be in right there.
For sure.
I have to mention it, mate. And you know where I'm going to go with this one. Jake Paul, he come through the other day. He won that fight against Chavez Jr. Firstly, what did you make of the performance? And is he on the radar anywhere?
I mean, it's just been released today. He's ranked number 14 in the WBA.
Absolutely.
Which is mad.
Crazy.
And this is above me, by the way.
So now he has something you want.
Do you know what I mean? It's starting to make sense. But the fight won't happen. Like, let's be real. Like, there's a plan, there's a journey. He's got a team who are extremely smart. They know exactly what to do.
It's an unbelievable team, Random.
Bringing me into those plans is just almost backwards. You know what I mean? So I don't see that fight happening.
Well, for me though, and I said this the other day on the show.
Crazy. His ranking's crazy.
He's been given that world ranking, which is unfair to other boxers. But I'm saying, if you want some recognition, some respect in the sport, he has to take on challenges like yourself. You've got a big media profile as well. And so if he wants some sort of recognition, there you go.
No, for sure. I mean, it's just the recognition's not worth the result.
Yeah, risk and reward.
Risk and reward.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it would be great for me. You'd love to see it. Everyone would like to see it.
Of course.
But we're just being the boxing purists,
Listen, for someone who's not the biggest fan of it, If he fought you, and I'm not saying he would, but if he was to beat someone like it, that's his.
That's what I'm
that's
saying.
His box.
That's
tick,
what I'm
like,
saying.
Like your box tick was winning the Lonsdale belt. You're no YouTuber now. You're
Right.
British champion.
Okay, yeah. Like literally, that's his checkpoint to say I'm legitimate. But that's all fairy tale talk.
Yeah. Well, listen. All right. Just before we let you go, Viddal.
Yeah.
What's next? What's the plans?
I just gotta keep my head down, man, and let the team work.
Right.
That's it.
This year, we see you back in the ring.
Yeah. God willing. Hopefully, man. I don't like talking on the future like that, but I would love to fight again this year. I would love to fight again this year in a competitive fight. Hopefully, defending the British title, something that's making sense and showing that I'm continuing to elevate in my career.
Brilliant. Viddal Riley.
All the best, mate.
It's always a pleasure, my man. Look great as well, mate. Nice. Sharp, mate, sharp. Yeah, interesting though, isn't it? Like the opportunities that are going around in boxing right now, like we're talking about this IBA thing, something new, something fresh, giving other fighters opportunities and making fights that maybe wouldn't be made, if he was on the other side of it. So that's great for the sport as well.
I said about Viddal. If he can win a British title, then he proves himself and he takes himself out of that influencer shot and he puts himself in the frame for being
Brilliant.
a real
Well,
fighter.
I'm just gonna grab one of my mates in, one of my men, Mr. Roy Jones Jr., one of the greatest to ever lace him up. How you doing, my man? Yeah, all good, bro. How's things?
Life is well, brother. Life is well.
Brilliant. Well, look, we may as well kick off with the IBA. Something new, fresh. We've been asking all the guests on here today. What's your thoughts on it, Roy?
I just love it, man. I think IBA does a great thing. They put on a great show. You see they put the money in to bring the right celebrities out to make people pay attention. And that's how you get the eyes on your events. You got to bring the right people out so they see it and they know that if these people are coming out, something big is happening. And that's a start.
You're looking in great shape, mate. You're not thinking about like dipping your toe back in the water again and doing something on one of these shows?
Andrew Tate said he want to try this thing. So, I really probably called it out first because the guy asked me, said, if you're going to fight an influencer, the one that biggest on the planet, who would you take? I said, it had to be Andrew Tate because he's different. He goes about life in his own way. People hate him, but you got to love him for what he does too. So, I just thought that would be a great, and he's a former kickboxer. So he knows how to box a bit. Yeah. So it ain't no easy walk in the park, you feel me? But he has a big name. So I was like, if I did it, and then he answered the next day, said, yeah, I'd do it. I said, oh gosh, what if I let this guy talk me into?
Oh wow, so are you in negotiations for this fight right now?
We talking.
Brilliant. How good would that be to see Roy back?
You know what serious yet, but we talking.
You know what I liked with Roy? He came back in an exhibition with Mike
Exactly.
Tyson. He wasn't trying to come back and have a fight and a title fight. He came back in an exhibition, and it was great. And it was controlled, and I stayed up and watched it, and I loved it. And because it was an exhibition,
I appreciate it,
and you've done it all in boxing.
Smart.
You came back, you kept it
prove.
smart, and you had an exhibition, and
And
it was done the right way.
Exactly.
Roy, what's going on with you now? What have you got in the pipeline? What's coming up? What's happening, mate?
Just training a few guys. Got little Tony Curtis making his UK Real debut July 26th. Looking forward to that. And I got a couple other guys doing a few things. So we're looking good. I got a strong team right now, I think. I love what I see in my young guys. I'm just constantly trying to give back what God gave me.
Roy, the heavyweight division right now is popping. We've got some big fights out there, guys coming to the end of their careers, kids coming through like Moses Talma. What's your thoughts on the heavyweight division right now? Do we see AJ Wilder? Does that fight ever happen? Do we see Fury back in the ring?
I think we do see Fury back in the ring, but I think what we see is AJ Fury because the UK is big right now for boxing, and that's the only fight for either one of them that we really want to see. We like Wilder AJ, but Wilder didn't really look so good the other night either, so. And the U.S. ain't where it's at as far as the fans and the arenas being sold out like they should be. But over in the U.K., AJ and Fury, oh my God.
Still sells,
Still sells, but I still want to see it.
Yeah.
We saw him here actually, Tyson Fury. He looks in great shape actually. He looks like he's sort of ready to go. Anthony Joshua's waiting to make that next move. That would be great if them two got it on next, right?
Would be awesome. I would love to see it. Would love to see it.
And listen, we miss you on the commentary.
Hey, thank you, my brother. People don't like to hire people that really know boxing anymore. They like to hire people with followers or with people that people
say what they want to say.
Say what they want to say. We don't, as a real commentator, I can't do that. I have to tell you what I see.
You were the voice of HBO for so long.
What I see is all I know how to say. I'm a straight up dude. People know me for that. And some people get mad sometimes because I tell the truth. But what I see is what I say.
Yeah, and I think that's what people appreciate. Roy, mate, how many countries have we done now? We was in Cayman, we've been here, we've been there. Now Istanbul.
Hopefully this ain't the end of it.
No, definitely not, man. We'll be doing it again. Always a pleasure. One of the greatest, Roy Jones Jr. Thank you so much, mate. Brilliant. How good is that? It's finishing off with Roy Jones Jr., mate. What a top guy. What a top guy. Hold on. We're not going to finish off there because we're coming in.
Couple of
Mr.
scallies at the back.
Ah, that's it, mate. Come. I'm in trouble now.
Paul,
I've got,
nice to meet you,
got all three of them.
Nice to meet
Liam, how you doing? How you doing, Callum? You well? How's things, boys?
All good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, we're good, man. We're good. Absolutely. A lot easier in there. You want to start getting into this a little bit, mate. Listen, what's going on with yourself?
I don't know yet, mate. I've had a good rest. I've had a little bit of a chill with my two little daughters, and then.
Don't look too bad.
No, I'm not too bad. If
Stop lying,
I'm not going to make a decision yet. But
What are you meant to say?
if the phone goes, soon I'll maybe have one more and see where we are. But if not, then if it goes a long time out the ring again, I'll probably be done. But never say never. We'll see.
And Callum, I mean, coming off that Bright Sea victory, what a fight that was, mate. What doors are opening for you right now?
I'm not too sure. I said my last win put me in a good position, but I'll speak with the team and they're in the middle of trying to sort what the next move is.
It's happening in that division right now, isn't it? Like the top names are, they're all doing really well. You want to put your name obviously in that mix. You're at that stage of the career.
Yeah.
So sort of where would that road path take you?
Yeah, I think obviously a lot of the belts are tied up in the rematch. I believe they're doing the trilogy, or the WBC's with David Benavidez, so that's an option as well to challenge him for his belt. But either way, I'm in a good position. I've got to just be a little bit patient and see what's out there and leave it down to my team. But I say regardless of who it is next, I'm sure it'll be a good one.
If I give you three names: Anthony Yard,
Yeah.
Dmitry Bivol,
Yeah.
Beterbiev.
Yeah.
Where would you like to go?
Bivol, obviously he's got the belt, he's the man in the division, he's the number one. So, but I'm hearing he's doing the rematch with Beterbiev in towards the end of the year. But I say it's not official, so we'll have to wait and see. But Bivol's the man in the division, he's the man to beat. So he's the one I'd love to test myself against.
I think this is the first time I've done something with all three of you, mate. It's like it's quite a thing. Do you know what I mean? Doing it with the Smith brothers is quite a thing, mate. It's brilliant. But yeah, listen, boys, thank you so much then for giving us your time. Well, the guests keep coming thick and fast and big. And we got one here, Mr. Big Baby Miller. How are you, my man?
Hey, how are you doing? How you doing?
Very well.
The world has been waiting for this moment. I'm here with talkSPORT once again, and we're ready to turn up because these are just boring as shit.
Come on, then, give us something juicy, man. What's going on with you?
I'm not gonna be as brash and braggadocious as I usually am just yet, but I want everybody to understand, to give you a quick educational moment. Boxing is a very ugly and dangerous game, right? And fighters have to learn how to say no and protect yourself. And that's what happened with the Worley fight. Had a slight injury, and as well as the British Board Boxing don't like my black ass. So I did the right thing for me in my career, and I had to take a step back, get 100% right. Had a lawsuit going on with my old coach, Dimitri Leader. He's a real piece of shit. So now that I'm a free man, working with Turkey, Spencer Brown, who's also the manager for Tyson Fury, is on my advisory team. And we're working on a big major deal right now. Takes a little time, a little hash out the details, but I'm looking forward to work with Ringside and TKO and Riyadh Season, and we're just working to put things together. So that's where we're at right now.
And talkSPORT.
And talkSPORT. Yeah.
Listen, mate, you look in great shape, man.
I've been in camp since the Worley fight. So I stayed in camp out there, went and got rehab and came back. So I've been training for about 2.5 months. About to take a week off for my birthday, see my kids, and then right back into camp again. Because August 12th is a Riyadh card. So there's a possibility maybe Turk can find somebody to put me on that card last minute. Or if not, we're looking at Canelo Crawford undercard. AJ turned down a fight 4 times in the last month. So AJ's looking for real tune-up. I'm sorry, you guys in Brit. AJ's a real bag of fart dust. But and Deontay Wilder had a decent win a week or so ago. Yeah. And he's worse than a bag of fart dust. He's like rotten fish and chips with a bag of he's horrible. But either way, listen, I respect all my fighters because I'm a fighter myself too. But if you're active, it's free game. You're a target.
The same thing almost happened. You got injured for the AJ fight.
Correct.
Or it got cancelled for the AJ fight. And then Ruiz stepped in and won.
Correct.
And very nearly Justice Hooney. Almost.
Almost.
It looked like it was going to be a repeat.
Almost. But like I said before, sometimes, I know you guys are Brit, but you got to understand the British BBC, British Board of Boxing, don't like foreigners, bro. Because Hooney should deserve another chance to at least get up. Don't wave the fight off automatically so quick because it's a championship fight. At least give the fighter a chance. When AJ was fighting Dubois, look how many times the referee let AJ get up. Like, AJ would have went brain dead if he would have got up with more seriously, because the referee constantly gave AJ times to get up. If it was the other way around, the minute Dubois would have got hurt, the referee would have stopped it. So there's a lot of favoritism with the British Board of Boxing and the referees out there, man.
Let's talk to us about the heavyweight division right now with the guys that are at the top and maybe in the twilight of their career. Do we see these fights being made? Do you think like AJ Fury, do we ever see that in? Does Deontay Wilder get back in the mix again? I mean, give us a little bit of a outlay of what you think's going on with the heavyweights.
So these are two things right now. I think AJ wanted the Jared Anderson fight, but it might not happen as of just of yet because Jared Anderson has, his heart's a little not there. So because of Deontay's win, I think AJ might actually go make an offer to Deontay. Get Deontay's easy pickings, two big guys, two former world champions. Or after the Usyk-Dubois fight, if Usyk wins, then Tyson Fury, Usyk will happen again. If Dubois wins, I think Dubois, AJ can happen again, but then Dubois is going to spark AJ again. Same outcome. So I think those top guys are waiting for those big money fights. And I'm kind of stuck at the B level trying to figure out who can I sneak in and knock somebody off because I'm ready to fight anybody. So I think that's what the playing field is right now with those top guys. Who's waiting to see who lose and whatnot. I'm waiting for somebody to write a big check because all those guys right now are businessmen. They're not thinking about belts anymore. They're thinking about business, and that's the sad part.
What's your thoughts on it, Paul, with this heavyweight division? We haven't discussed that yet. How do you see it all laying out?
I think it depends where you look at it from. If you look at it from a British perspective, then we still want to see AJ Fury. Now, I'm not sure the world of boxing wants to see that fight, but in Britain, we would all pay for that and we would all still watch that. I agree with what the man's saying about Wilder. I didn't think he had anything left, and on Saturday, he didn't really show me too much either. Right. I thought he was going to retire. I didn't think he had much left after the last Fury fights, to be honest with you. Fury, I do agree. I think we'll see him back. Dubois, AJ, I can't see it going any other way unless AJ completely changes the tactics. I think he fought the wrong fight on the night. But the division is wide open once, I think, and I believe Usyk will win again. I think he's done. I think he'll possibly pack in. I think there's no further to go. He's proved himself as being the man, and he can retire unbeaten and successful. But the Lord of the Money is, as you say, it's a big payday. He might stay and have one more go. Who knows? But if he does pack in, then belts are going to be fragmented, and all the guys like these are going to be wanting to take one of them vacant belts.
I mean, let's finish off. We have to finish off July the 19th. We've got Daniel Dubois going in against Alexander Usyk. Can he change that around? Can he get the victory there?
So the thing is now, I don't think Usyk is going to get any better. He's a master class boxer. Did Dubois get any better? Unfortunately, when he fought me, he graduated that night. His dad was in his corner. He turned up another switch, and I wasn't able to get to that level. So Dubois, we seen something that night that Dubois has been turning up every fight. Now, let's see if that Dubois is with Usyk. Usyk is in for a long night. Can he go to the body? Can he walk Usyk down? I'm all for it. But, this is boxing. Anything can happen. But, I like Dubois. Weird I love him. So I'm rooting for him, and hopefully we get a rematch.
He's got a real shot, isn't he? I mean, Paul, what's your thoughts on that?
For me, I can see a repeat of the last fight, but I'm obviously a big Usyk fan, and I'm yet to see things in him that, apart from this is maybe a little fragile weakness to the body, but when fellas as big as him are in the body, you're going to go. We keep seeing heavyweights being told they got no chins. The size of these heavyweights now compared to what they used to be, any one of these that you're on the chin, you're going. I don't care how good your chin is, you're going to go. You must have been felt shots in sparring and fight yourself where your legs go because there's a big 19 stone, 250 pound man hitting you on the chin.
Well, let's be honest. I've never been dropped in sparring. Never been dropped in a real fight. So some guys are blessed with that gift of having a chin, but at some point, if you keep getting hit on it, it's gonna go. Like we seen with Joe Joyce. Joe Joyce was like a granite chin, and I always said, if you fight Zhang gonna knock him out. And when Zhang hit him, that was over. And Joe just hasn't been the same since. So even me now, as I'm 35, gonna be 36 now, I'm still feeling good, still feeling fresh. I have a great chin. I'm working more on defense now on my part of my career because I know, guess what? I'm gonna be in this game a little longer because it has to lay off. That I have to work on my defense. So I'm not gonna rely only on my chin because guess what? Younger guys take more chances. Where I got more mature now, I need to be more articulate in taking my shots. So protecting myself at all times is the name of the game.
And the last time I saw you was in LA on the Ruiz fight. I thought you boxed really well.
Thank you so much.
I think you looked like it was a very good fight.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate you. Everybody thought I won. Respecting my boy Andy Ruiz. But like I said before, after watching that fight, I realized when you fight friends you grow with and brothers, it's hard to turn up another switch. And even I told my team, there's like 3 or 4 guys that I really don't want to fight because we talk on a daily basis. And mentally, I don't think I'm going to be the killer you want. Turkey said he don't want a Tom and Jerry fight. Don't give me those guys, because it might be a Tom and Jerry fight. Them other 100 guys, it ain't going to be Tom and Jerry. So I feel like respecting one another is cool, but being honest with yourself as a fighter is another thing.
Bro, we're looking forward to seeing you back in the ring, man. And thank you so much for your time, man.
Talk
Brilliant.
sport, good.
Thank you.
Bless you, guys.
Yeah, bless you, man. Brilliant. Well, Paul,
Cheers,
it's been
mate.
fantastic, mate. Cheers, guys. That is it from the Fight Night Daily podcast here in Istanbul. Catch us again tomorrow after the main event is happening. Till then, we'll see you later.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.